For now, let us relish within the Lotus.
Season 2, Episode 6, and we danced. Believe me, danced.
I'll even dance.
I'm talking about the dead.
Welcome everyone to Episode 6, Season 2 of the Juggalo Rewind podcast. Your favorite Juggalo podcast, probably.
I'd hope so.
I mean, if not, I hope we're at least in your top 2 or 3 or 5. But hopefully we're number 1 in your hearts. My name is Peter. I'm here with Chris. What is going on this afternoon?
Oh, I'm ready to wiggle on my pants, wiggle on my underpants, as this song has. I'm ready to dance.
We are, as you may or may not know, going through the entire album Tales from the Lotus Pod. We're going track by track, giving you information, whether it's lyrical information or historical fact. You may be a new fan or an old fan, but you're going to find something fun with us, for sure.
Or it could be a little bit of ancient culture, you know? We got a little sprinkle in last week again, so hopefully we keep it going, you know?
I don't know if we're going to have any of that this time, but well,
it's a little ancient something.
We'll see what pops up. Anyways, let's get this all out of the way. All of our social media nonsense. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Juggalo RWD. Find us wherever you're listening. Rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff. Whether you're on YouTube or, Spotify, Apple Music, Google, all those good stuff. Follow us. Review us. Give us a 5-star, if you will.
And if you don't want to review or leave a 5-star, take a link and post it to your friends and family. Say you'd like to sit around, you know, family members. This is a good family, wholesome podcast, especially this episode. I would say share this one with all your friends and family and tell them to listen along.
Yeah, save a couple episodes up for Mother's Day weekend when you make that drive with your kids to Grandma's house. Throw this on in the car. I'm sure everyone will love it.
Spooky.
Chris knocking stuff over in the studio.
That wasn't me.
Just like it wasn't you that wrote that note on our...
I didn't. That's the power of the low dark fucking Lotus.
Okay, enough of that. Give us a call, 810-666-1570. Leave us your voicemails about if you're doing seances or if you're dancing with naked zombies. Email us, juggalorwd@thegmail.com, and our website, juggalorewind.com, where you can find all of our episodes. You can find our Spotify playlists. You can find little hidden gems.
Yeah, we're also undercover working on Spotify, you know, making some curated playlists. We're like, I don't know if you're a fan of this, Aquarium Drunkard. Very good music website, and they have a Spotify account. Make very good playlists, curated to a T. We're trying to do that for the Juggalo culture.
I appreciate it. I listened to them lately. The sun is out. It's nice weather, driving home, windows down. Juggalo playlist.
We have a new one based off of this season, kind of kickstarting our whole, we call it the
Diamond Rain?
Diamond Rain era. And this album is kind of, we said that last week, the big bang of that era that us old time Juggalos say it was the golden age.
Yeah, we're talking like 01 to 04.
Yeah, up until everything from this until Hell's Pit. That's the...
Man, selfishly, I'd want to put Bizarre Bazaar and Freak Show in there too.
That's true, but that's the previous era.
You think
Whatever
so?
What do you call that one?
I don't know. Are they technically the side cards for Jekyll, or are they their own era?
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion. This is the same thing with wrestling. Where do the eras start and stop?
I mean, Jekyll was 99, and then Bizarre Bazaar was Halloween of 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Up until here, Man, that tour went forever.
The Bizarre tour went fucking ever.
I feel like that's its own era, but it's like super happy and uplifting. So I feel like that kind of goes.
It's
into
almost like
this.
a preface to the Diamond Rain era.
I don't know. We may have to make a little addendum and add some Mr. Happy and some.
I don't know. That doesn't fit to me.
Just Big Fat Jay doing his little happy. That doesn't fit in here? Come on. It definitely does.
What do you say at home? Leave us a voicemail or email. Tell us what you think. Does Bizarre fit? I don't think so. I think the Big Bang is Tales from the Lotus Pod.
Probably, but I just want more Bizarre. I love some Bizarre. Okay, we did all that. We have our studio audience that's still captivated by his basketball watching. Second week in a row. Because around here, I don't know about in your hometown, but this is March Madness time as we record and as you listen to this. So,
oh yeah, we live in a hotbed of college basketball here in Michigan. I don't know about those folks out west who somehow cheer for Southern teams and leave voicemails, shit talking us Michigan teams.
That's true.
But I'm gonna tell you this much right now: U of M, Michigan basketball, tied for most wins in the NCAA tournament in the past 10 years.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Only other team that could say that is Gonzaga.
I don't know when this is coming out.
It's still true. They're tied. This could come out. They could be leaders. They could be number 1 overall. Just don't have that final win.
Maybe they're still going.
But this isn't a Michigan basketball podcast.
Or football podcast, even though it turns into it. Do we have anything else? We're good? We ready to jump into it? Oh, no.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Time for the little booski of the week.
Drunky boy.
Come here.
I'm done. I ain't got no beer, man.
I want a brewski, and a booski. Toss me a beer. Yeah.
Dog, we ain't got no fucking beer for it, Joe.
What? So? This is bad. I'm a cold one.
Yo, all right, man. We ain't got no fucking beer for it, Joe. Stop it. Jesus.
This one, traveling. You know what? This can's kind of hard. It's from Virginia, but I have no idea what the brewery's called. Ozzelfinch Beers. That's what it's called. Ozzelfinch Beers out of Fort Monroe, Virginia. So this one just popped up brand new at the store over here. And it's called Crazy Pants, which, if you listen to this track, a lot of wet underpants on We Dance.
Crazy in the pants.
And there's a man crying on there. He says, "But I need you." And she says, "Ugh." You know, and that's basically, this is Violent J on this can. He's very upset that he can't get the naked dead women.
Did you get a picture of, like, you should get like a what do you call it?
Like
Like
360 panoramic?
Like the motion picture of you like turning the whole thing.
Yeah, because the picture on the post is just the name, so it's kind of hard to see. Very, very intricate can, very nice. This is a sour ale with clover, honey, orange, ginger, cardamom, clove, lemon, vanilla, and lactose. My God, man!
You're gonna be shitting your brains out.
I am, but it's pretty tasty. It's very tart, very nice.
It looks like orange juice over there.
It does. I don't see an alcohol content for, I like to. 6.5. So, right in the middle. Not bad.
Right in the sweet spot.
Yep. Nice and tart. Definitely looks like a mimosa. But yeah, nice and sour. Almost, I would imagine, the potion that they drink, the alcoholic beverage that they have to unleash this mystical dead women out of the ground, probably look kind of like this. So if you are from Virginia, maybe it's easy to find. Maybe your store has it. I don't know. But Crazy Pants by Ozzelfinch Beers. Crack it open if you found one. Drink along. Booski of the week.
I'm drinking water out of my Gatorade bottle. So, there's that. All right. Are you done?
Yep. Ready to roll.
Done with your segment of the week? All right. And we danced. As we said, as my computer stopped working, as is usual from this season. 6th track on Tales from the Lotus Pod. Producer, Mike E. Clark.
And this goes back to the beginning, right? The early sessions?
Early era.
Right.
4 minutes, 37 seconds. It's kind of a...
Pretty long for missing a member.
I was about to say it's about the norm, but yeah, a little long for us, but that's okay. It works. We don't really have many other notes. I have one note as a story, I guess, before we get in here. I can't confirm this, and our buddy Rex couldn't confirm this with us. At this time, somewhere in, we'll call it 2001, when they opened the Lotus Pod studio,
Right.
they had something on the ICP hotline where if you called, they told you where to meet, and you came in and you got a tour of the studio. I swear that they played this song for us before Lotus came out.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, here's something that we're working on.
They didn't mention the, like, you don't remember if they mentioned it as, like, this is the Lotus track?
That I don't remember.
Yeah.
And Rex doesn't think that they did. He doesn't remember this song being it. Now, it's funny, we've talked about this song more often than not this season. They definitely played us Take Me Home.
Oh, really?
So that kind of puts the era still in here, but I swear they played us this song. But
Well, that wouldn't, I guess, line up, like we said. If it's the Lotus Pod opened up, Take Me Home's a Mike P track. Yeah, it'd be kind of weird they would play a Mike Clark one then, but
I mean, it was still done.
yeah, it's in the can. They liked it. They're having it on the album, so yeah, they very well might have.
I could be wrong, but that's my memory.
Especially if it was just ICP there. Like, is that who was running the...
Like, I don't remember who... I would think if Mike Clark was, like, running the boards, we would remember that, but I don't remember specifically Mike
No,
P
I think at
being
that
there.
point he would have been gone.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just meant on the tour, if it was just ICP doing the tour, then if they would have liked this song, no reason they wouldn't have played it.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happened with Mike Clark.
Maybe they, like, it just was the first one that got back, like, oh, hey,
Yeah,
this is
it's
what came
mastered,
back from
ready to
main
go.
master. Let's play. I don't remember, but I swear that was the case. The only other thing I remember about that day was, well, there's a couple things, but all of our friends are fucking assholes. You would think something like that would happen, we would all tell each other, but we all, like, ended up there, like, without telling each other.
No one called me and Steve. We weren't there.
You were probably 12.
We were 2001. That's a heart of what was it? IWA wrestling we'd go to.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know where you guys were. It's probably school night.
We were probably watching Coliseum videos, eating frozen pizzas.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's usually what we were doing that time.
We do that right now. Yeah, so I remember that. I remember my boy Joey V brought a Pearl Jam poster and gave it to Violent J, and he put it in the booth. Either he gave it to him before then, and then we noticed it was there,
hanging up.
or he gave it to him there. But I do
All
remember.
these stories blend, you know.
Yeah,
The
but
memories.
he definitely had it, like, because we found out that he put it in, like, in the vocal booth, like, right where he was standing.
So he probably inspired him to make Crack Tiles, and then Joey V was on Crack Tiles.
I don't know.
Well-
he was in.
The second incarnation.
Yeah, I don't think he ever made it to Zug Island on record.
Oh,
but
okay. He was like touring. Yeah,
but he did other stuff with Psychopathic.
Yeah.
So yeah, it all comes full circle. What else do I remember from that night? Not a whole lot.
No
Yeah.
dancing. No magic. Alcoholic potions drunk.
I'm sure something was done there, but no, that's what I remember. And they gave away, like, a bunch of free shit at the time, which is just the same shit. They're probably Beanie Boys and all the
Right.
dumb shit that they always gave out. But they did give out lyric sheets to a song that wasn't released.
Oh, really?
And I got one. That's something I wish we could, like, all put them together and see, like, who got them, and let's put the
All
song
the pieces.
together.
Yeah. You still have yours?
I do.
Oh man.
That's the only reason, or the only way I would be able to place when that was. I bet I put the flyer sequentially with other flyers. So maybe we could put together when that tour was.
Pull that up.
We'll share that on the old Instagram.
Put a watermark on that boy.
You okay over there?
He's crying. He's very very happy.
The studio audience is crying with joy. So yeah, that's my story from the Lotus Pod.
Was that was a standalone studio? It wasn't. I know Jay has a studio on his property now, but
no, this was what became their warehouse / studio over there in Farmington.
Yeah,
So
I didn't know if that was separate from any.
No, same place that in more recent years they did that Christmas party a couple of years ago there. They did the like Black Friday sales there.
Yeah.
And then they recently sold it, but no, that's the same place.
Complex.
Yes.
Warehouse building.
I don't remember. So for that Christmas party and the after that, like they brought more and more people there in like more recent years, and they gave like a full tour. I don't think this time was a full tour. It was really just like cramming in the studio. And like it wasn't like going up and down stairs and through the office and shit. I think it was just right there in the studio is what I remember. That's how I recall it. But I don't
know. No one called us and told us about this tour, so
don't talk about calling people back in that era, because you and Steve would fucking call me drunk talking shit, and I really wanted to come and fucking kill you.
Talking shit.
So if you really want to, if you want to start talking about that era, I almost drove down here and beat the fuck out of both of you. I was so mad.
Oh well, Coliseum's had us wild.
Anyways, I'm sure we'll hear about that later. All right, whatever. And we danced.
And I don't even dance.
You ready to jump into this, or are you talking about more nonsense?
I'm ready to roll.
Oh, and we danced. Let's see, how does it start?
Intro.
Violent J.
The narrator of the book Tales from the Lotus Pod. Makes sense. I think we could confirm this. This is his narration.
That's pretty much where we're continuing to go. So, yes, the end of the last song bleeds in a little bit, but the more prevalent intro or part is Violent J talking about this, which it's an interesting little. I don't mind the little preamble.
I like it.
Tell you.
It was a dark, stormy night when 5 children of the Lotus crept into a local cemetery. Their intentions were nothing more than to smoke marijuana leaves and drink alcoholic beverages. But these 5 young boys were soon joined by some very unlikely company. In fact, for the children of the Lotus, this was some company they could only dream of. I'm talking about the dead.
Right off the bat, kind of what we already talked about, it was a dark, stormy night when 5 children of the Lotus. So again, was this either written before Mars was even a thought?
Oh, 100%.
Or did they really think like, he's not on this track, we're just talking about the 5
No,
of us.
this is already in the can. And for whatever reason, they're like, we don't want to re-record that intro or cram them in.
Now, I guess I didn't think about this until we just said this. So he says it twice. 5 children of the Lotus, then later on. In fact, for the children of the Lotus, this was some company that they can only dream of. I know we joke about it, but it's not like they put this was like an ICP song or a Twisted song. Like, based on that, unless they did the intro way after the fact, which I guess is possible. Like, it's funny that it's... Oh,
no,
man.
I think this was definitely in the session specifically for Lotus.
Have we already talked about this? Do they ever mention Dark Lotus in any of the lyrics?
This is the only time so far that they've said...
I don't know. That's something I gotta start keeping an eye on. Yeah, start keeping an eye on. But, because, this could have been anything, and then they just threw that intro on there. That doesn't mean that it wasn't.
True.
But, regardless.
I crack up that he calls them 5 young boys.
That is weird. Like, are you thinking that they're their current incarnations? Or are you thinking they're like...
I mean, they're still
their teenage selves.
they're still in like modern terms kids, right? I mean, they're all in their early 20s.
At this time, 2000, no, they're like late 20s, early 30s.
Okay, yeah, that makes it funny.
Still kind of weird.
In my mind, it's like early 20s. Okay, you could call yourself young boys. Saying, oh, the boys is one thing. Saying young boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I think of it as their younger selves.
Right.
Like it's
So this is a prequel. This is where
Lord.
If this is a as we said earlier in the season, a concept album. This is before everything. This is maybe their first dabble into the mysticism. They drank
into the occult.
Yeah, they drank this mystical alcoholic beverage and danced in this realm. And ooh, this realm's kind of nice. I kind of want to get into this. And that's what motivated them in their later years to enter the pyramid. So I think this is like a flashback in the story.
I'm thinking of it like, what are some movies? Like Stand By Me? Is it Stand By Me? Or like The Wonder Years, where like they're narrating current times, but you're showing like...
That's right. Oh, sorry. That's right, man.
I mean, otherwise, then Blaze is banging a teenage girl. So let's just assume that they're all teenagers. For everyone's sake on this episode, these are all consenting of age with each other. So all is good.
Here's the question. They die as a teenager, but they died as a teenager in the 80s. It's 2001. Is that zombie still a teenager, or is that zombie in their 30s?
You're the dumbest motherfucker I've ever met.
I'm trying to ask the question.
Don't make me go like real weird with this. Of course they're still a teenager.
Zombies don't age. They're consistently at the same age for eternity?
Correct.
All right, just wanted to ask.
Do I have to go like full bore 100 miles an hour on that to like make you realize that that's how it is?
I'm not disputing it. I'm just asking the question.
You're confirming? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. What the fuck? I'm done with this. Can I quit this season already?
I like on Genius, whoever wrote this up, spelled it marijuana and a colic. They left the O out.
I did notice that. Well, I mean, they have to be proper to the...
It's true.
Yeah. All right, are you ready to just jump in?
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's get rolling.
Verse number 1, Jamie Madrox. Okay, so I hinted at it last week, so I think I'm going to get into it, especially with Jamie's verse.
Yeah.
I get that throughout the CD, there's like the little... backwards things and stuff,
Right.
His verse, fucking every line, there's one. It's too much. Almost every line has a little,
little drop in there.
Sometimes it's cool, like the wipe the blood on Killer's sleeve and you hear the whoa. Like you hear different stuff, but it's too much here, I think. It's a little overpowering.
You don't like when they double up crazy hormones?
Yeah. Lots of yes, no, uh-huh, where, huh, shake that ass.
Shake that ass.
It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it takes away from it. It's just a little too much for me.
I think it's fine. I don't know. It didn't bug me. Madrox gets you going, though. He's got you blood flowing, dancing. I'm all right with it.
All right. Well, he has his hard dick, and she has a broke neck.
And we did the tango. She breathed.
So what does that mean? That she started breathing?
Yeah, I guess his tango. He started shaking his hips, and she's like, "Ooh, I'm back to life, baby. I feel it."
I guess they come in all different ones here. Are we saying that like he met her on the Ouija, or like he brought her to life with the Ouija board? Like what's the? Oh, or is that just like his opening line? Like his. Do you like the Ouija? I
He's
guess,
like,
yeah.
You're a freaky bitch. You like the Ouija?
Jesus. You didn't have to go there. My God.
Sorry, man. I'm in Juggalo. realm.
We're gonna, is that one of those where tomorrow you're going to be like, oh man, I wish I didn't say that?
Leave that out.
I had one of those a couple of weeks ago that I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I said that.
Sometimes we get too deep into the Juggalo realm.
We do. Yeah, I thought I thought this was going to be easier, but it's not that anything here is like vulgar. It's just like it's a sex song. It's a dance party. He's talking about just hooking up with a zombie.
I just love the entire song to me. I just visualize these 5 young boys show up into a graveyard, and I see the moon, the bright moon shining through the clouds, and everything's kind of lit up, but it's still kind of dark, but you see things, and they're drinking this.
How many times are you going to say alcoholic beverages?
They're drinking this drink, and all of a sudden, like, they start seeing things, and all of a sudden the zombies come out of the ground, and I can just see them all dancing, and this is they each pair off with their partner.
I see that, them all going in like different directions.
Yeah, each one, like, all these zombies come out of the ground, and they each pair off, so you get their own interpretation. My favorite part of this is the beautiful, horrific, and the moon. Which ties back to my visualization of the moon kissing all the tombstones in the graveyard.
Ooh, look at you. Fucking poet over here. The only thing that I notice is that my allergies are kicking in right now. I can tell that my nose is very nasally on this episode, so don't mind me. She might be dead, but she's got a nice ass. I mean, that's a line.
So here's the first instance that someone's underwear is wet. I feel like I want to make note. I feel like it popped up a lot. Jamie's underwear is wet here.
His underwear? Oh, yeah, you're right. His heart is beating fast.
My underwear's wet, and we danced.
And also notice that she is wearing nothing but her panties.
Yeah, a lot of underwear. As I picked the beer of the week was Crazy Pants.
Crazy underpants.
No one's wearing pants in the graveyard, apparently.
Well, why would you? Nice little upbeat. Oh, we didn't mention the beat on this. Is nice and...
I like it, yeah. And the last week we discussed how that track wasn't, well live. This one goes well live.
I can see that.
I remember seeing it and everyone doing a little dance to it.
Also, I think I want to mention this was another rant that we left for this one. And not a rant so much, but we are not musicians, right? I am not musically inclined.
No.
But I know I don't want to say I know what I like, but you can pick up things. You don't have to be an expert to be a fan, right? If you out there this is a service announcement, if you out there are a rapper or a performer or a producer or whatever, this track, I think, shows what you should be doing, very little things that help. Mm. So this whole beat, the beat is obviously you just like the dun 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 dun, dun. Like, you don't have to repeat that for 5 minutes and do nothing. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is Mike Clark. I don't know who does this. The beat changes for every verse. Mm-hmm. There's a little nuance in Jamie's, in Monoxide's, in Shaggy's. I don't think in Blaze's, and maybe in Jay's. There's a different little hiccup or a new noise in there.
Kicks in.
And it fits the person. They drop the beat when they need to. There's a couple where when the way that they rap changes, they have a little zag in it.
Blaze is a really good one. It kicks in at the end.
So it doesn't your beat doesn't just have to be the same loop for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I just noticed that it's different in each one. So take that into account. Don't just be lazy. You make a beat, they rap over it, and then you go back and change the beat to fit the rap. Right.
To it.
I don't know if everyone does that. I think some people are very lazy and just, we're just gonna loop this for the next 5 minutes. You got to put a little more work into it.
Back in that era, for sure, there's a lot of that. A lot of local.
I'm sure there's still. I don't know. Yeah. That doesn't laziness prevails. So.
I don't know. There's so much music now. I feel like it's hard to find any of this shit that just sucks.
I don't know. I seem to hear a lot of it. So.
Well, you listen to a lot of 80s hair metal.
Oh,
so-
come on. Nothing wrong with that. Me and Boy Kelly are going to Def Leppard and Motley Crue.
Ah.
I mean, I am. I don't know if he is. I assume he is.
I definitely am not joining you for that.
Why not? All right. Are you done with Jamie Madrox?
Yep, I'm sitting with my thoughts in Mausoleum.
Just
By the Mausoleum.
skipping right over Violent J doing
Oh, sorry, yeah.
the
Sorry, I
hot-
skipped the verse.
Well, it's just a chorus.
I can, but we've been singing it all night.
Yeah, so it's there. We'll hear it again later. It's okay. Verse 2, Mr. Monoxide. I mean, pretty much the same thing, that he's hitting a girl who is zombie, who is just fresh out of the ground.
So yeah, again, they've all dispersed in their different parts of the cemetery, and he's sitting. I imagine him sitting on like a slab next to the big mausoleum, some fancy rich guy's tomb, and all of a sudden, here comes a little zombie peeking around the corner.
And
She asked him to dance.
she walked up to me, "Can I have this dance?"
Look at that.
And put her hands right into my pants.
Again, here we go. More underwear references.
Skeet. Weird. It's not underwear, it's just pants.
I'm just saying. I imagine she's not going over the underwear. Either way, you're in there.
Maybe he wasn't wearing underwear.
Oh, maybe he planned ahead. He knew it was gonna get freaky up in this cemetery.
If we're Jesus Christ, if we're talking about each girl and her attributes or misfortune, this one
Misfortune.
this one has a slit in her throat, and she's missing her lip. So
I thought you were gonna say she gets good hand jobs.
why the hell would I say that? Where did that come from?
Because she put her hand into his pants.
It has nothing to do with anything. Where did you get that?
He said they're good attributes, so I
I
don't know.
meant of their. Oh my God. Jesus. That has nothing to do with anything.
Anyways,
You can't anyways your way out of that one. I don't know what else to say. She did take her tongue and stick it straight down his throat.
that's impressive. That's a long ass tongue.
Yeah, well, she's a zombie.
So their tongues could stretch.
I don't know. Now, what's the notation on here? I think it's kind of stupid, but I'd rather do have it in front of you. I'm sorry.
About yoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, did I mention that, like, it's in multiple songs? Like, I've never heard that anywhere.
Yes, our good buddy, Mushy Mustard.
Oh, hello, Mr. Mustard. How are you today?
He says the members of Dark Lotus often use the word yoke to mean yank or pull.
When you say members of the Lotus, do you mean in Lotus songs, or do you mean these 5 artists in particular?
I imagine these 5 artists in particular. And he says that the Insane Clown Posse have used it in The Frog. Does he mean The Fog?
Don't question him, goddammit.
The Frog by Insane Clown Posse. It's on Flip the Rat, that's why. We don't know
Oh,
it.
no wonder no one's heard that shit.
Night of the Red Rum and on Twitter. I think you're kind of stretching a little bit, Musty.
Hell yeah. He is the real Juggalo historian.
I know, I don't want to question him, but that seems like to say they've often used it and just referencing a bad EP.
Wow.
Night of the Red Rum and Twitter.
Your opinion. Not the opinion of everyone.
Who owns Flip the Rat in this room?
Both of us. One of us on vinyl, one of us on CD.
I got the limited edition one. It's a little more fancy.
A little more marked out.
Yeah, see? So
Anyway.
I could call it that.
So what's the point? That's just used as, like, to pull?
Yeah, like yanking. It's like
weird.
yoke.
Never heard of it.
I never really thought of that, like listening though. It's like, oh, it's a different word they're using there. I just
You
kind of knew it.
wouldn't think that they would just make up their own vocabulary. That's kind of weird. That's
I'm sure other
odd.
people use that, right?
No, I don't know. I meant, never mind.
I got you. I didn't.
No, you didn't. That's fine.
I didn't get you.
So he pulled her teeth out. Come on, Monoxide. I can't even say it. You're saying that your dick is so big that you got to pull her teeth out to fit it in her mouth.
Or
There's no or. That's what he's saying.
just an or. When you're dead, they sew your mouth shut. Because you're a zombie, you know. You're not a zombie. You're dead. They sew your mouth shut because it's going to be always open. So if it's sewn shut, it might be so tiny. He just pokes a couple of teeth out and
Then their lips are still sewn shut. It doesn't matter.
just slithers a little.
And her mouth is already open because he said she had a long tongue and she stuck it down.
That's true.
Unless
Sorry.
it's coming out of her throat. Because
True,
her
he's got
throat
the
is
hole.
slit.
I don't know. This zombie is very tricky.
It's very tricky. Wow.
To make it even more confusing, at the end, he loves the sluts with snakes coming out of their heads.
So he likes like Medusa.
She's Medusa all of a sudden.
all of a sudden. Well, that's not saying that she is. He's just saying like that's what he likes.
Oh, like it's his. He makes her dress up as Medusa. He's like, hey.
You were about. I saw what you were about to say.
What was it?
I don't know. He loves the blood and guts and all the sex with the dead. So he's saying, that's what I'm saying. It's like she's fine for now, but he's saying what I really like is something else. So
the kink of a zombie isn't enough. It needs to be a zombie Medusa.
yes.
At least he's not killing people on this track. This is Monoxide, at least just straight up having sex and not trying to murder people. That's good.
Thanks. We're just talking about your big dick. All right.
Yeah, that's a very. We skipped over the best line of this entire thing.
Did we?
Yes.
There's probably a purpose for that, but you
Grabbed
go
her titty and it turned to smoke. It's a great line. I just visualize him like. It's just like.
She's like disintegrating.
Yeah, it just
and
floats away. It's very good.
very,
It's a nice visual.
Very, very good compared to what?
Everything else in this track.
Jesus. All right. Well, I'm glad that you went back and talked about that.
That's my favorite line by him in there.
When I went to grab a titty, it just turned to smoke. And the bitch mouth just started bleeding again. I had to yoke a couple teeth so my dick will fit in. I love the blood and guts and all the sex with the dead. I love the sluts with the snake coming out of their head.
All right. Well, we'll hear about that when Chris votes for Monoxide as your MVP. Verse number 3, Mr. Shaggy 2 Dope. Mm-hmm. More underwear talk.
I told you, everyone's talking about their underwear.
Got one concern, pulling down your underwear. So, look at him. He's looking for love. He sees her. He dances with her. And then he says, you know what? That was a nice dance. We should fornicate.
I don't even know if it's fornicating. He just needs a little something somewhere. Because a head or a leg, it don't matter to me.
Well, he's really just licking her. There's no sexual intercourse.
True.
Here.
He just likes licking any part of her body.
He licks the skin across her hip and feels his tongue slip into her rip. Because she's a zombie. She's falling apart.
You just skip over the fact that
He is a boner?
He solidifies my point that they drank a magical potion. Damn, was that something special in that? When I swallowed it down, it kind of pushed my weight back. So everything they're visualizing in this graveyard came from whatever they drank.
Oh, I thought it was because Monoxide fucked him in the mouth.
Go on now.
Anyways, yeah, whoa, let me rub my eyes. And then that's what he said. Oh, that's not.
Fact, wait, whoa, let me rub my eyes. It's kind of strange.
What he's seeing now makes his pants rise. Yeah, maybe you're right. That is funny that, like, no one else mentions that. But yeah, like, he's drinking
Yeah, I think he's
something-
calling back the original thing. They said they're drinking the alcoholic beverage, and he's like, whoa, whatever I'm drinking, I'm seeing some zombie rolling up on me all of a sudden.
Do you think that they're... That was a really dumb question. Are they actually having sex with zombies, or do they think they are? They're just seeing things.
Oh, yeah, I think they want to make it very ambiguous to make you confused on if it's real or not.
So you think they're really, like, doing each other?
Doing each other? I was saying that maybe they got...
they're so fucked up that they don't, like, they think that they're zombies.
No, I was saying that maybe they got so drunk they passed out or dreaming of this. I didn't think they were fucking each other, no. There's 5 of them. Who does Blaze get in this? Actually, we know who doesn't get someone. Let's move on to the next verse. We find out who's not fucking.
I can't do this anymore. I'm legitimately crying.
Actually, it's not the last. It's the last verse. Someone who's lonely.
Are we gonna have to cut all that out? Can we say what we just said?
Yeah. We're just dissecting lyrics here.
We're never getting the guest that we want to get if he hears what we're talking about. Oh, this has been the end of this podcast forever. Oh, can we just go to the next one? Or are we still talking about Shaggy?
No, I like his ending because dancing through the cemetery's got me in ecstasy, and it kicks in, and we danced.
See, I can just see him. He did it, and now he's just like strutting over. He's like walking his way out of the cemetery. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm legitimately crying. Oh man. All right, next up, Blazy Dead Homie.
There we go.
Bring in the fire. Let's state facts already.
Yeah.
He's a zombie. So he is now finding his own kind.
That's true.
It's like
Or-
two gremlins meeting.
If this is a prequel, he wasn't shy yet, so is he a human?
Oh, we'll talk about that
Okay.
in a minute. That's a good... yes. So if we're, again, talking about the attributes of said woman, she was the high school prom queen.
Miss Teen and shit.
But the pressure was too tight, so she committed suicide.
Yeah.
So that's sad. Sorry.
Well, I mean, when you're just Miss Teen and shit, I don't know what the and shit is. I mean, it must not be that high of accolades.
Well, I think that just means that, she was a prom queen,
Yeah.
so I think she just, too much pressure in her life.
That's true. Yeah, too much.
So, yeah, her clothes are a little tattered, which you think they would be if she was been dead for all this time. So this is where this doesn't really make sense. So follow me on here. I hate reading verses, but that's what we're doing. You're just going to go back to this, so I might as well just say it now. And all I want to do is put my dick on her jawbone. So that's very visual.
I always thought you said in her jawbone. He says,
I think I always thought that too. Spent about 10 frozen, decomposing. Her or him?
I think it's talking about her.
Okay. Even though he was dead for 11 years. We just want to put that out there.
Okay.
So
Timelines.
it could be her.
Somewhat lining
so
up.
We'll say it's her. Sweet talk the freak till I get them legs open. Some of these I can't believe, I didn't realize what they were. Can't wait to get up in her decayed womb.
Yeah, that was one.
Because it goes so fast.
It sounds cool, and I'm singing along, but I never realized that's what he was saying.
She's been untouched for 5 years in her tomb. So
Okay.
you're either telling me that she's been dead for 5 and he's dead for 10, so that lines up, or she's been dead for 10, but she's been untouched for 5 because someone fucked her 5 years ago after she was dead. So which one is it? It's your choice.
I think you might be lining up that Blaze is pointing himself out as dead.
You don't think that someone else crawled up in there 5 years ago?
Maybe that's where Blaze / ABK is.
Jesus. What does ABK get thrown under the bus on this one?
I mean, they're the two missing links in this.
You mean Mars? You said
Oh, I said Blaze?
I think so.
Mars and ABK, I meant. The two missing petals.
So, and then this part confuses me. She's rising up for a killer to be my only one, which is fine. Now, the lyrics in our studio audience just doesn't believe what the fuck we're talking about. I apologize for all this. Genius Lyrics has imagine dead funk smells every time she comes.
Yeah.
Correct? I always thought it was matching dead funk every time she comes. Meaning,
They both are smelly, decomposing bodies.
That's how I took it. I don't know what he really says.
It makes more sense saying imagine dead funk smells because he's just pointing out her coming, not himself.
And then everyone goes, isn't that like,
Everyone goes,
I mean, we say it, but isn't there, it's not in the lyrics, but isn't there like a sound effect at the end?
But back to early on, you're talking about changing up sounds, adding layers. The end when he goes, can't wait to get up in the decomp. That's when they're that. It's like a that like noise that kicks in, like that mimics his flow.
It's like a hiccup in the beat, right? Like a.
It sounds like a.
I don't know how
a
to explain
machine.
it.
It's like it kicks in when he starts saying that. I think I focused on that, and I never really paid attention. They say it's decayed boom.
I don't know. I think it's matching Dead Funk's, but if everyone else thinks it's Imagine Dead Funk smells, then so be it. It's all,
regardless, like you said, spent 10 frozen, decomposing. I think he's referencing himself there, like you said. It's a good call because she's only dead for 5 years.
I know. That's why I'm a Juggalo historian and a lyricist.
Sweet talking freak till I get them legs open. Can't wait to get up in the DK room. She been untouched for 5 years in her tomb. She rising up for a killer. To be my only one, matching Dead Funk smells every time she comes.
This makes this very awkward then on his age. And she's a prom queen.
She's clearly, you can be 18 and be in high school. And Miss Teen, so she was a high school, that doesn't say how old she was.
True, that she might have killed herself years after.
Yeah, she could be 50 and just
she was the high school prom queen.
Yes,
right?
she was just chasing after like her youth. And
okay.
She couldn't, live up to
We're
her.
digging so deep into the most ridiculous song.
Yeah. If we asked Blaze, he'd be like, I don't know.
He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He probably would know. He probably has a backstory about it. Everyone else is like, this is dumb as hell.
If anyone did, he would be like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I meant on this.
He's like, I can't believe you guys picked up that I was dead for 10 years.
And here we are.
Verse number 5. Violent J. So I can't say it because I already am debating that I have to edit out what I said before. The other 4 are, performing their...
They've all met a zombie in the graveyard. They've all went off their own separate ways.
Violent J comes in, basically reading half his verse. It's not rapping. It's a style.
Yeah.
Is this where you say that he is influenced by Ice Cube? Stupid ass.
He was early on. If you listen to early ICP, Carnival Cards, he's trying to flow like Ice Cube. Definitely is.
And here?
Here, I don't know what he's doing. And I remember going back, we discuss this all the time, going back to the 2001 gathering and buying the CD that first day, driving back to the hotel. I remember we were driving back, listening to this, and this song, we're like, oh, it's cool. Everyone's rapping, dancing. And then this kicks in, and we're all like, what the fuck is Jay doing on this?
Do you want to, since I've been doing a lot of reading, would you like to nice and slowly read the first couple lines there?
Should I do it in because his cadence is what makes this.
If you want to.
I was lonely, I had no one, might as well do masturbation. I will jack off while Shaggy smooches. Well, you want to keep going?
Well, I was waiting to see if you were going to try to rhyme. I'm watching him from the bushes. Way to rhyme smooches and booshes.
Bushes?
Good job, Jay.
Hey, nonetheless, had my pants down. So here we go. There's more underwear and pants.
I'm on the grass. So he's behind the bushes and he's on the grass.
Is he laying down or is he kneeling, standing?
Well, he felt something poke him in the ass, so I'm thinking he's standing.
So we were laughing at this, but I remember live. Yeah.
What else are we going to be doing? Jerking off to it?
I remember when he goes, it's another girly. And I remember live, he just goes, and look at me, I'm naked early. He does this little like shimmy dance, and everyone like goes behind him like, oh, hell yeah, Jay.
It'd be so funny if when they did that and Shaggy was standing and he just turned around and started staring at him. I always remember the ghouly girly part because Bob will be the only one who remembers this. Our buddy Bob, his friend Matt, would always bring his girlfriend Steph, and her like AOL name was Ghouly Girly.
Pulled from this song?
Had to be.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was before because she was at this gathering with us. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it was definitely Ghouly Girly. She came all dirty and mangled. She had no feet. Skin just dangled.
Nice
Kinda
visual.
weird. How'd she get over there?
You could walk on your nubs.
They went behind a tombstone, and he said,
Yeah.
"Your boobies, may I hold them?"
At least he's very proper asking.
He did.
Your boobies, may I hold them?
He lifted her crusty sweater. They were blue and stuck together. Gently, I peeled them apart, and her skin ripped open. You could see her heart.
It's very deep.
And they danced.
I don't hate it.
All right, mark Chris down for Violent J. As much as we may, and then he does the chorus, and it's the same as before. As much as we joke about it, I don't hate that either. It's funny. It's like classic early 2000s funny ICP.
Yeah. When this first came out, it was a shock of like, yeah, what? It was fucking weird, especially when he's like, might as well do masturbation. But yeah, as an age, I'm like, this is just fun. Like he's being goofy and funny with it.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's just, it's funny when you break it down and actually think about what he's doing, talking about. And
again, when he goes, I lifted her crusty sweater, they were blue and stuck together. Same thing as Blaze. It has that like machinery sound kick in there.
Yeah, there's when he picks up his cadence from super slow to only talking slow.
Again, he's trying something different though. I give him that. Lotus has a lot of changes in cadence and tone on it. I dig that.
Yeah, it's I can't complain that they're trying different stuff, that they're doing stuff in different orders, they're changing up their flow. Yeah, I can't complain about that. I can just make fun of, because we're a partial comedy podcast. We're not just all serious. You know, we're fucking around.
We're spending an hour breaking down a song about having sex with zombies, so no other way to do this than to make jokes about it.
I don't know. If you're our boy Juggalo, you want us to be vulgar and talking about them. Well, I don't know. That's a callback from last year.
As we made note, Jiggles really broke down Violent J's lyrics here.
Oh yeah, I forgot
on his own
that.
podcast.
Yeah,
not on his own. I think it was on ICP with We. Right, I said it right that time.
You did say it right that time. Congratulations.
Yeah, I believe he breaks down Jay, saying the dead body is a metaphor for his loneliness, that he's longing for someone, which at the end makes sense when he says he rips open her chest and sees her heart. And on that podcast, he goes back to like multiple times that Jay has had dead bodies of like, I found a body, Amy's in the attic. He's had like multiple songs like this. I don't know if I fully connect this one with that of like,
right.
I feel like this one, like you said, is more of a comedy line, but I don't know. It could be.
Yeah, I don't know. I see where he's coming from. I don't know if I agree with it. But it's an interesting theory. That's what we're all about, is fun theories, right?
Right.
That's the only one where he's jerking off, that's for sure.
I love that him and Shaggy are so close, so cool. You could just jack off to his buddy having sex with a zombie.
I feel like that came up. Was it in another song, or was it like in a Shaggy show? Where there's just, I thought it was like a story. It wasn't a song, where it was just literally about him just like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I maybe mixing things up, so never mind. It's enough jerking talk.
How about that? A whole episode, jacking off was brought up, and it wasn't about Jamie Madrox. That's an accomplishment.
Congratulations. We're growing as individuals. Monoxide didn't kill anyone, and we didn't talk about the size of it. Oh yeah, we did. It was just someone else's. Never mind. I can't do this anymore. I need to stop. Are we done with the lyrics?
Yes.
Can we jump right into what we all came here for? The MVP vote. Who had the best lyrics? Or not the best lyrics, but who is your MVP?
Yeah. It's not about lyrics. It's about what they bring.
About your feeling. What they make you feel deep inside.
I think I'm going to go back to the very beginning. Someone I thought I would have voted, a few times by now. I don't know. I'm going to go with...
All right. Putting that in. Check. I think that I am going with, for my vote,
Okay.
I can't... Yeah, I mean, we can't get too deep into why, because we don't want to ruin anything, but right off the bat, that's the one that I thought I was going to pick, and then within our deep dive, it kind of confirmed that I think that was the most interesting, most well performed, fitting to the gimmick,
Right.
all encompassing.
There's a lot of them. I feel like this track's one of those where like no one really jumps out. They all kind of sound good. I could have went with. I could have went with. But I didn't. You can bleep both those out
But
for obvious reasons.
I think they're all like pretty even.
Yeah.
So that's. I agree. I don't think we have to like hide that. They're
No,
all
I'll be
pretty much
curious
on
though to
par.
see what
the Twitter says.
what other folks say on this one. Because no one really jumps out.
I bet. Yeah, I don't know.
There's no Mars for the Marslows to jump on.
That's
So
true. So we'll see. Everyone who has a Twitter, I'm talking to you, Steve in Pittsburgh. Just sign up for Twitter. It's free. Fucking do it. It's not that hard.
is that who said he wouldn't
Yes.
doesn't have a Twitter and he needs someone to vote for him and you did it for him?
He literally said like, "I'm not going to do it. But you can't make me."
You can't make me.
So
He's missing out on fun stuff like the Marissa Tomei's Juggalo albums.
You
If
are.
anyone's following us on Twitter scene.
follow us on Twitter at JuggaloRWD. Go to the pinned tweet and vote only once. You don't have to vote twice, even though it's 2 tweets. Vote once on who your MVP is.
Right. This is an honor system. We trust you to only vote once.
Juggalo.
Which why wouldn't if you had a favor, why would you want to vote someone else on the second batch of names? But
That's true.
You're
All Juggalos are an honorable bunch, so we want to keep that streak going. I feel like we've skipped around. Maybe it's because we don't have to talk about like live tracks and like the historical lines and spotting the culture. We kind of already talk about, right?
Yeah,
Like,
we do throughout like memories of the Gathering and things. It always event of the Gathering. Like
It does.
this album to me always pins to that. Yeah, there's no lines that though like are stand out. It's just like memories of when it came out and how you reacted to it. I feel like more so on this album.
It's weird that like Jay's lines stand up to me most. Like the Ghoulie Girl. Like, maybe it's just because that was Steph's AOL name, but like that always sticks out.
And like
to
I
me.
said, the next line I go back to live. He would do that dance. He's like very, very large at the time.
Very happy.
He was not happy, as he says in his book. But yeah, I don't know.
Where do you put the song on the CD? I'll jump in without digging too deep. It may be my favorite song on the CD.
Oh wow!
If it's not this and Alibaba, like it's right. We'll get into it. There's another. We'll just say it right now. I don't know if we can even count Juggalo Family in this because it's like
An anthem.
Yeah. So, again, we're jumping way ahead, but I had someone text me about this, and like, we'll phrase it when it happens. So that's like the most important song in Juggalo history.
Oh, it's up there.
So, like, it's almost like, like, what's your favorite Aerosmith song? You can't say Dream On because it's like too
Pulled out of the.
Yeah, like too there.
Yeah.
You got to like go a little deeper cut. So it's hard to like skip over that one. But And We Danced. This could be top 3.
I'm gonna say,
if not number 1.
I'm gonna say upper middle, lower top half.
This is where we do. He has like a pie chart of like lower, upper, middle, or middle, upper, lower.
It's hard to say because there's some deeper tracks on here that I really dig. Out of what we've listened to so far, I'm setting it 3 on my list so far.
Out of 5?
Yeah, Alibaba,
Or out of
Call Upon
4?
Your Gods are ahead of it.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know it'll stay in that spot at 3, so I think it's more middle upper middle.
All right.
Yeah,
Well-
I think there's some later tracks that really stand out.
That's fine. We don't have to agree. We'll agree to disagree. What do you think, Jacob? Middle, upper, bottom, upper, middle. Gotcha. All right. What do you think? Call us, tweet us, text us, do whatever you want. Just let us know how you feel about this song, and cast your vote, as
That's
we
right.
said, for your MVP. And we'll talk about all this at a later time. But until then, I think we need to wrap this boy up, much like Jay should have wrapped it up and not fucking whipped it out and jerked it in the bush.
You know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, that's what he said, right? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Juggalo RWD. Email us, juggalorwd@gmail.com. Go to the website, which is the full spelling, juggalorewind.com, where you can find all of our nonsense, all in one little note. As Chris chokes on his sediment at the bottom of his beer. We don't mention it enough, but if you go in all the bios in all of our social medias, we have a link tree so you can like connect to everything else. I really need to update that.
Yeah, see what all the other nonsense we have out there.
But yeah, you find one, and that way you can connect to everything else. Calling us is 810-666-1570, and you're listening to us wherever you do. Spotify, Apple, Google, Podbean, Stitcher.
And if you are, and they have a spot to rate, review, go ahead and do that. And share. Tell a friend.
Yeah, that should be the more important one. Tell someone about what we're doing here, whether they're a new fan, whether they've never heard Dark Lotus before, whether they used to listen and now they don't. Something for everyone. Even if you were 5 years old and going to Hatchet Rising show, it's still burned in your memory.
Or if you're like us and you only hit those first early gatherings, remember that magic of Toledo and Peoria and Dark Lotus. Tell your friends who were there. Tell them to tune into this one and give it an old listen ski.
Yes, they will appreciate it, and so will we. Let's make this grow. The only way we can do more fun stuff is if we grow.
Yeah,
Well,
we
that's
have
not true.
tons of nonsense in our mind, but yeah.
Yeah, well,
Help us spread the word.
We're lying. If we had 2 followers, we'd still be doing stupid shit. But we have so much stupid shit in the back of our minds that we're ready to unleash it like the power of the Lotus.
It's like Jay behind a bush.
Good Lord. On that note, I need to go home and whatever.
Do what Jay was doing?
We'll go sneak into some windows and see who's smooching. And then I will do it in the bushes.
Bushes.
I can just rhyme it. Like, what an asshole. Anyways, we're not getting any help from Psychopathic for all of what we're saying.
We love Violent J.
We do.
We love Shaggy 2 Dope. And everyone at Psychopathic.
Yeah, we're just
And
out.
at Magic Ninja. We love it all.
Yeah, we're
realms.
We're the all-inclusive. All right, that's it. I'm Peter, that's Chris, and we are out of here. We'll see you next week we may have a special guest next week, so stay tuned.
Ooh, a little teaser.
Yeah, teaser that it's... Fuck. Whatever. I'll save that for next week. All right, that's it. See you next week for Black Magic. We're out. Who's that guy? Is that Brett Bielema? All music played in this episode and in this entire season is owned by the respective publishers and copyright holders and is reproduced for review purposes only under fair use.